Hello, greetings. I welcome you all to this wonderful session. Last time we did some things on this particular topic called the alcohols. The alternative name we get to call them what? Alkanos. So alcohols and alkanos, they are just the same. You are not supposed to be confused. We did the preparation of ethanol where we looked at two methods. We did fermentation, and I believe you understood that. We also looked at the hydration method. So hydration, we also did the hydration what? Hydration method. These are two things that we did of what? Of ethanol. Now, in today's lesson, I'll try by all means to also revise through some parts that we did so that other people that were not there will try to get the concept and be able to understand. So before we go any further, I want us to look at the uses of what? Ethanol. So I want us to look at the uses of ethanol. What are some of the uses of ethanol? Ethanol is used as a solvent. So you need to understand that it is used as a what? As a solvent. We get to use it as a solvent. You also need to understand that this one is used as what? Gets to be used as a fuel. So it is used as a fuel. Also, it is gets to be used as a component. So you need to understand that it is also used as a component in what? In beer and what? And wines. When we are talking about wine, you even see there, okay, this wine has got this kind of a percentage. So this is it, and I guess you are writing down the notes. It is just a continuation from where we ended. So I'm trying by all means to make sure that I put all the minds together. You try to understand this, the people that were there and the people that have just joined with me for the very first time. I guess you've got a book where you are writing, and I believe this lesson is private. You are not supposed to share. Don't ever make a mistake of sharing this video to any person that is not with me. The only person that is allowed are the people that have paid and the people that are under this academy, Arisonite Online School. So we looked at certain alcohols. So to do a simple test, so we shall call it a what? We shall call it a self-test. So let's say a self what? A self-test. This test, you just have to test it yourself. I want you to write the chemical formula of the following. So you write the what? The chemical formula. We are going to do this exercise in few minutes. So it is just a self-test. I just want you to see how, I just want to see if you are able to understand. I want you to write the chemical formula for propanol. So write the chemical formula for propanol without looking anywhere. So pause this video, write the chemical formula and see if it is going to be the same. Okay, I guess you've written. Let us now confirm the answer. First thing first, we need to understand the general formula for alkanos. The general formula is this. This is the general formula. 2N plus 1, then there is OH. This OH is an hydroxyl. That is a group, a functional group. So it has an hydroxyl as a functional group. So they get to have OH. This is it. So propanol, prop, position number 3. So position number 3, meaning N is equal to what? N is equal to 3. Where there is N, we shall put 3. C, 3, H, so 2 times 3, 6, plus 1, 7. So I put 7 there, then I write OH. This is the what? The chemical formula. Is it the same? Let's try to be honest. Did you come up with this If you wrote something opposite, just do this. But if you wrote a correct chemical formula like this one, you can just mark yourself. We move now to the second one. We are writing chemical formulas. Here you are told to write, so let me say you are told to write this one, heptano. So how can we write heptano? Write the chemical formula IC. Write the chemical formula IC. Under 1 minute. This is a self-test. If you are not honest, you test yourself on these simple things. If you are cheating here, what more in an exam? So let's see the people that are understanding this. It is just called a self-test. If it was alive, I would have said, okay, who can give me this? But this one, we are doing it in a proper and smart way. You are testing yourself. So pause this video. Write the chemical formula for heptano. Okay, I guess you've written, and let's see now how to answer this one. Let us now confirm the answers. I'm doing this so that we revise through what we covered before we go to our main topic for today. So this one, chemical general formula is this one. So we are still using CnH2n plus 1 OH. So what are we going to do? We know that this one, hep, is position 7. So meaning that N is equal to what? N is equal to 7. Where there is N, we shall put a 7. So how is it going to be? C7H. So 2 times 7, 14, plus 1, 15. I put a 15 there, then I say OH. This 15 is a subscript. It is down like this. C7H15, then OH like this. Have you seen the way I've written this one? These are in capital letters. This is how you are supposed to be writing it. So this is it. This was just a self-test. We now go to this one. Can you write the chemical formula for this one? Write the structural formula now. Since this was a chemical formula, now how about a structural formula? So I'll write this one. You also write this one. So we are just looking at what? You are just looking at the structural what? Structural formulas. So what are we doing? What are we going to do? We say, okay, C, have you seen C? 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 C's, 3 carbons, surrounded by 7 hydrogens. We start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I put OH like this. So this is the structural formula. This is what? Propano. This is how you need to understand it. So I guess we've revised through what we did previously, and I've also helped to understand some of the things. This one you do the same. Wabi kama carbon watantamika 7. You surround them with 15 hydrogens. Pamuru 7. You do this side 7 pan 7 kamukaisi kabiri okso like this. On top here 3 3. But for this one on top 7. This side 7, kamukesi kabiro kwa hydrogen, then we saw AH. I mean OH, just one and the same. So that is it. Now, coming to the topic that we are supposed to do tonight, I want you to understand this. Organic chemistry is a simple subject, and you just need to make sure that you follow it clearly and attentively. Because when you miss a concept, mama, you are gone. This one, you need to follow it. Even those of you that have started today, you should not say, me, I was not there, so this is the reason why I cannot understand this. No, each part has got its own concept. So when you start today, you understand today's lesson, and questions in an exam come according to the families. So tonight, Now, I want us to look at this. That is called what? This thing that is called the carboxylic acids. We look at what? The carboxylic acids. So when we are talking about the carboxylic acids, these things have got alternative names. Some people will now call them what? Alkanoics. So people call them what? Alkanoics, like this. So you can call them this way. It is just one and the same. So also known as what? So also known as alkanoics or carboxylic acids. This is something that we've started. So I want your total attention. What is now the functional group of carboxylic acids? So we look at the what? We look at the functional group. So the functional what? The functional group of what? Carboxylic acid. The functional group of what? Carboxylic acid. What is now the functional group of carboxylic acid? So the functional group of carboxylic acid is an hydroxyl. We get to call it what? A carboxyl. We call it a carboxyl. So the name is called what? A carboxyl. What is this carboxyl group now all about? The carboxyl group that we are talking about is CHOOH. So this is a carboxyl group, which is just the same as we've got C double bond there, then we've got another OH this side. So this is it. I guess you are able to see it. Like C like this, a double bond on top, we've got OH here, then I do this. So this is what we get to call a carboxyl group. So this is a carboxyl group. If you want, you can put it like this. It is just one and the same. The other thing that you need to know is that this, so I've talked about, this is the first thing. And the second thing that I want you people to understand is that carboxyls, these carboxylic acids, end with what? They end with this particular word, anoics. They end with this word, anoic what? Acid. This is how you need to understand them. What is the general formula? The general formula for carboxylic acids is, so the general formula is what? The general formula for carboxylic acids is CN, H, have you seen? 2N plus 1 COOH. This is what we get to call the what? This is what we get to call the general formula. Where N, but this one is quite different. Where N is equal to 0, 1, 2, it is just what? It is just going like this. So N can be 0, N can be 1, N can be 2. You are confused. Where is the 0 coming from? You never gave us something to do with the 0. We just started with the 1. So here they get to drop by 1. So this is to tell you that if I want to write something like methano, so meth, I put anoic. So methanoic what? Methanoic acid. How do I write methanoic acid? I know that methanoic acid, the way it is, I know meth meaning carbon atom is what? 1. But since these are acids, I know that the 1 is dropping. So this one, instead of saying it as 1, this is the same one that is starting with a 0. So with meth on alcohols, the number of carbons needs to be what? 0. So when we put a 0 where there is N, what are we going to have? So C0, everything gone here. 2 times 0, 0. Plus 1, 1. So we just have H there. Have you seen? I guess let me write it here so that you are able to see. CN, H, 2N plus 1 COOH like this. Where there is N, we put 0, 0, if the C is going. So 2 times 0, 0. Plus 1, 1. So H, we just have 1. Then this will follow. COOH. So meaning this is what we get to call ethanoic acid. This is now what? Ethanoic acid. So the same way we were doing on alcohols, there was a particular pattern we were following. Even on this part, there is this particular pattern that we are following. What is now the structural formula? It is just this one. H like this, then C, double bond here, and OH. So this is what we get to call what? This is now what we are calling methanoic acid. I guess you are able to see it. This is what? Methanoic acid. Let us now move to the second one. So we go to 2, which is called what? Ethanoic. So we go to ethanoic what? Ethanoic acid. Like I've told you, I told you to say F, meaning carbon atoms 2. But here we are dropping them by 1. So we say carbon atom what? 1. So meaning where there is N, you put a 1. Let's start here. Where there is carbon N, we put 1. So we are going to have 1 carbon. Then I say H, like this. Then where there is N there, I'm putting a 1. 2 times 1, 2. Plus 1, 3. So H3, then COOH, like this. So this thing that you are able to see here, this is now the correct chemical formula that you need to get. So this is the correct chemical formula. Now, how do we write the structural formula? How are we going to write the structural formula? We start, since this is ethanoic acid, so the way in which we are going to write this, I say 1 carbon like this, surrounded by 3 hydrogens. 1 this side, 1 this side, and another one down here. Then I put a C with a double bond here. Then I say OH. So this one, this double bond is with a C here. You may think as if it is there. This one, it is like this, H there. Then a double bond here. This is it. So this thing you are able to see. This is what we get to call what? Ethanoic acid. This is ethanoic acid. You need to be very sharp enough, because in an exam, you are just going to find this structural formula. Then they'll tell you to say, name the structural formula above. So we've got ethanol, they've got their own general formula. We've got ethene, they've got their own general formula. We've got alkanols, which are also known as alcohols. They've got their own general formula. We also have alkanolics, which are also known as carboxylics. So all these families I've mentioned, they've got their own general formula and their own way of applying them. So I want you people to know this, and I want you to understand what I'm sharing. I've been moving with you slowly and trying to gather this specific knowledge, making you to understand this in an easy way, in a way that you won't find some difficulties. So when we go to another one, for example, let me say you are told to write something like, I guess you are following this. You are told to write something like, under carboxylics, let's say you are told to write something like, let me say pentanoic acid. You are told to write pentanoic what? Pentanoic acid. This is what you are given. Pentanoic acid. Okay, wow. This is pentanoic acid. How can I go about this? You start analyzing the question. Okay, Sir Harrison said that under carboxylic acids, we don't get them like we know them. So if it is pent, I know pent is on number 5, but under acids, it has already dropped a 1, and you don't need to know the reason why it has dropped a 1. But if you want to know the reason why it has dropped a 1, is so that it forms a functional group. With a functional group, there is that carbon. This is a carbon that it has dropped. Have you seen? So, but that is another topic for another day. Here, I just want you to understand the concept. So, pentanoic acid, it is on number 5. Okay, it drops what? It drops 1. So, it becomes 4. So, meaning that where there is N, I shall put a 4 so that this pentanoic acid gets to be formed. So, I say C, then N, that is a 4. Then H. 2 times 4, 8, plus 1, 9. Then I say COOH. The moment you just see COOH, just know that that is a carboxylic acid. I guess you are able to understand. How can you write the structural formula now? How can you write the structural formula? So the structural formula, we say C, have you seen? C, how many C's are there? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I surround them with hydrogens, 9. I start like this, up, down. So you discover that they are going to be there like this, like this, like this. This is it. It is like this. Then I say C, then I put a double bond there. Then I put OH here. So this is what we get to call a what? A structural formula. This is a chemical formula. This is a structural formula. Now, what if you are told to say, write the condensed formula? How can you write the condensed formula? So how can you write the condensed formula? You follow them like this. So how can you write a condensed formula? A condensed formula now. How do we write a condensed formula? So a condensed formula is gotten from a structural formula. The first carbon has got how many hydrogens? 3, 1, 2, 3. So CH3. This one is having 2. CH2. This one is having 2. 1, 2. So CH2. This one is having 2. CH2. This is now a functional group, COOH. So this is what we get to call a condensed formula. So in some books, they'll just give you this one. You just find something like this, then you are confused. How can I answer this? So let's just make sure that we are able to practice through this. We are able to understand them clearly. So at your own spare time, just to practice, make sure you know. So what I've taught you is that you need to know, 1, how to write what? Chemical formulas. So you need to know chemical formulas. The second one, you need to know how to write structural formulas and understand them. The third one, you need to know how to come up with what? Condensed formulas. So you need to know how to come up with condensed formulas. Just these 3 things. 1, 2, 3. So I've not done butanoic acid. You can go through it. I've not done propanoic acid. You can go through it so that you perfect an understanding. The next time, we are now going to start what? We are going to start the preparation of these carboxylic acids. How they get to be prepared. We did part of it, so it won't even be a challenge. So this is a short lesson. If you understand this, I'll be more than glad. So let me now give you a simple exercise. The exercise I'm about to give you is an exam question. Like I've told you that here we revise through exam questions. So examples and exercises, all these are exam questions. And you don't expect questions to be the same. Questions will come depending on your understanding on a particular matter. So the way we did this, you must be able to answer even other questions. Alcohols, ethene, ethanols, of those things. So we did some families. Ethene, alkanos, alkanoics. This is what we are now doing. So those of you whose payment has expired, I don't want to disturb you, but if you push me to that, I will react. I will remove you, in other words. So if your payment has expired, please make sure that you pay. This is my Airtel. If you are using MTN, this is my number. So you just pay, pa. Then we continue attending to lessons just like that. So they bring my name. What is my name? Harrison Zuru. My name is Harrison Zuru. So you say Harrison Zuru, not teacher Harrison. Tutor Harrison. There's a big difference between a teacher and a tutor. So you need to specify. Me, I'm tutor Harrison. So if you are to save me, you save me Sir Harrison. I prefer people saving me as Harrison J. Zuru, tutor. I'm comfortable with that. Thank you so much. So this is where we end from. Stay blessed.